sometimes a very practical, actually, question.
Yeah.
For example, the scripture said humans' teachings take away the power of word of God. You know this.
Yeah.
It's my translation by me, because I read Bible in my language.
It's like Jesus saying this, isn't it?
Yeah. So when we add some teachings, they can take power of God out of it.
Yeah.
And, for example, I believe in the Bible.
Yes.
I was diagnosed with cancer fourth stage in the end of February.
Right.
By May, I was declared cancer-free.
Wow.
It was a miracle, actually.
Wow.
Because before the operation, they took the scan.
Yeah.
And scan showed that it's a lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
And I was invited to the office, and the surgeon explained me that they need to take an aggressive approach, harsh approach, because still a lot of cancer in my artery. It was fourth stage. And I may end up with a bug, I may end up with my parts of my organs being
removed, to stop the cancer.
Not fully, they just cut off.
Yeah.
So it was a radical debunking operation. So when they opened my tummy, the cancer was diagnosed with biopsy.
Yeah.
When they opened my tummy, they couldn't find any cancer at all.
Wow.
Then they take another scan, and another scan confirmed no cancer at all. So something happened between the
February
scan before operation and operation.
Yeah.
So my cancer just disappeared.
How many months was that?
No, it was a couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks, okay. Wow.
It disappeared completely.
Did you feel it before you got the confirmation by the doctors? Did you feel a change?
Yeah, because people, as soon as I was diagnosed, I called to a certain ministry, and they are very strong belief in God's healing these days.
Yes.
So the man prayed for me, and he said, "You are free from cancer. You are cancer is cursed, cannot live."
Yes.
So I felt immediately that I'm better. Anyway, so I'm here.
Yes.
Partially because of it. Because when you know the scriptures, when you forgiven a lot, you love a lot.
Yeah.
I was given the second chance of life. I'm here. But my Orthodox friend in Russia, going through the same things. And when I say about goodness of God, she says God sends diseases to teach us good lessons. It's like Orthodox teaching. For them to have your cross on your back and carry and follow Jesus, it's just carrying your diseases, your spouse, unbearable spouse, whatever. You see, it's very, very practical. And I'm trying to reach them. And they say, no, I was born Orthodox, I will die, or something like that.
Right.
I cannot live. So and now it's like, it's matter of life. It's matter of life. It's not only theological issue, you understand?
A real issue, a live issue. Listen, let me tell you something. I totally believe that Protestant Christians, we can look at them as Catholics and see when they're really committed, even though they don't have the beliefs we have about Mary, the sacraments and so on, with what a Protestant Christian has, they do more with what they've got than we do with what we've got. And so a Protestant Christian really takes seriously what said in Mark 11, I think it is, say to that mountain, move, and it will move, and they will see miracles, whereas we who don't have faith, because in Mark it says, Jesus went to the place and they lacked faith, and he could work no miracles there. So that is what is needed, and Protestant Christians will have this faith and great things can happen. Like the man you phoned, and you having the faith as well, because it wasn't just him. You had the faith. So, I would say this though, that we need to rediscover that, because we've got saints who have this power. Now, there's one priest. He died now. He's in his 90s. He died about 3 years ago. American priest. I think he was East European in origin, but American. And Benny Hinn, you know Benny Hinn? Now, there's all kinds of issues about Benny Hinn, but one thing he was saying was that he was there at one of his meetings, and the Pentecostal ministers, they were kind of like, laying hands on people. But this Catholic priest was just touching them, and they would go down. And it was amazing power this priest had. Now, there's another priest whose little biography I've got, American again. He would have this gift of healing. Now, the gift of healing isn't held by everybody as a specific gift, but every Christian can have acquired the power to heal in specific circumstances. And I think having faith is the key. And when we go to Mass, and when we listen to our priest, that's not going to give you faith. You need to get that relationship with Christ to have that faith. And what a Protestant born-again Christian does, they know that. They realise that. But we, and I think the Orthodox as well, don't realise that you've got to get that faith. And if you get that faith, there can be changes. Now, it doesn't mean that everybody will be healed. It's just, God has his own ways. I've got a book, a 2-volume set on miracles by a Protestant guy called Craig Keener. He talks about how in the late 19th, early 20th centuries, Protestant missionaries would go out and they were really keen on healing, and miracles happened. But sometimes they didn't. It's God's, we don't know God's way, but I accept what you're saying. It's what I want to say. I accept what you're saying. And we need, as Catholics, not to just go through the motions of religion, but to experience what you're talking about. You speaking, Alan?